Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We continue to have some mostly sunny skies at the moment with some southerly winds around 5 to 10 knots, and temperatures are now approaching the mid 80s. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, that high pressure that was over the region is starting to break down ahead of this cold front that is approaching the area. We also have a surface trough just off to the west that's going to help spark up some activity mainly west and north of the local area. So expecting things to remain mostly dry as we go throughout the day with another warm and slightly humid day as we get into the afternoon. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning's balloon sounding, we have generally westerly winds up through the column, fairly light with the exception of the peak wind at 25,000 feet at 36 knots. The freezing level is at 13,500 feet. Take a look at the current visible satellite. We can see just a few clouds out there, mainly high clouds off to the southeast. We are seeing a few cumulus clouds starting to try to get going this morning. We will see that continue as we go throughout the afternoon, and otherwise winds generally out of the south-southwest over much of the region at the moment. Looking at the short-term high-resolution model as we go throughout the day, we're expecting things to remain dry for the most part. Can't rule out a very slight chance of a pop-up shower once again today. But again, most of that activity will be occurring west and north of the area. And then as it starts to approach our region, we should see it start to fizzle out after the sun sets and it loses some of the energy. And as we go into the evening, we'll see a slight increase in the cloud cover for the morning hours. Could see a slight chance of some patchy fog in the area. And then going into our Saturday, we'll see as that boundary makes it to our area and kind of stalls and breaks down over the area, that will help get some showers and storms possibly going during the afternoon hours for our Saturday, looking at like a 40% chance of seeing some showers and storms here at Wallops tomorrow afternoon. And again, those should start to fizzle out as we get into the evening hours with things drying out and winds becoming more easterly to start our day on Sunday. That's going to help keep some low-level moisture in the area, so we'll have a chance of some patchy fog, maybe even some low clouds in the area for our Sunday morning. And as we go throughout the day on Sunday, expecting things to be, again, mainly dry with just a very slight chance of a pop-up shower. So if we zoom out and look at the longer-term forecast, as we go through the Sunday again, that very slight chance of some showers popping up, but again, not about a 10% chance. And then things should dry out as we go into Monday and Tuesday as high pressure builds back in over the area. That's going to help to suppress any pop-up showers or storms, but still about a 10% chance for either day as we go throughout the first part of the week. And as we get into the second half of the week, we see this upper level trough digging into the northeast part of the country, and that will bring in another boundary moving into our area as we get into the day on Wednesday, increasing chances of seeing some showers and storms, particularly during the afternoon on Wednesday, as you can see here, and then continuing to stall over the area as we get into our Thursday, so possibly another chance of some showers as we get into Thursday afternoon. And it looks like things do dry out as high pressure builds back in for our last day, end of the week, and then into the first part of the weekend. So if we take a look at the 24-hour weather risk chart, we are green across the board for weather risks today. Mostly clear to partly cloudy conditions with a warm and humid day. Could see heat index values again in the low 90s, maybe peaking at 95 degrees, but otherwise expecting a high temperature around 89 degrees with some southerly winds becoming 9 to 14 knots with some peak gusts up to 20 knots, slightly breezy as we get into the afternoon hours, and that very slight chance of a pop-up shower or storm. And then going into the evening, we'll keep those southerly winds as we go through the overnight hours with, again, a slight increase in the cloud cover as we get into the early morning hours of Saturday, mainly high clouds, but nonetheless expecting a low around 72 with some light south-southwesterly winds as we start the day on Saturday with just a very slight chance of maybe some patchy fog in the area. Looking at the next couple of days for the weekend, Saturday again partly to mostly cloudy. Going to be a warm day with a high of 89 with those heat index values in the low 90s once again. We are yellow for precip and lightning as we have about that 40% chance of an afternoon shower or storm in the area. And then as we go into Saturday evenings, expecting partly to mostly cloudy conditions, those winds will become easterly, and we'll have that slight chance of some patchy fog and low clouds, particularly during the morning hours on Sunday, with a low of 72. And we do have that yellow risk for those reduced ceilings and visibilities with that onshore flow. As we go into Sunday, expected mostly to partly cloudy conditions with the continued onshore breeze. Very slight chance of a pop-up shower, but that breeze will help to keep things a couple degrees cooler, a little bit closer, but still above the average for this time of year with a high of 85. Looking into the extended forecast, Monday will be a very similar day to Sunday, expecting temperatures in the mid-80s with still that onshore breeze hanging around. Otherwise, partly cloudy with that just a very slight chance of seeing any kind of precip pop up in the area. As we go into Monday evening, expecting a low of around 72, and then going into Tuesday, another partly cloudy day, slightly breezier for our Tuesday with a high at around 87. So starting to warm up a bit as we get into our Wednesday, expecting a low of 73, and then a high of 89 ahead of that front moving into the area. So we'll have that slight chance of those PM showers with that boundary starting to approach the area, looking at a 20% chance at the moment. And going into Wednesday evening, we'll see things cool down just a little bit to 70 degrees, and then going into the day Thursday, a couple degrees cooler with a high of 85. But otherwise, a partly to mostly cloudy day, and we could see maybe continued showers or storms in the area. About a 15% chance is what it looks like at the moment. Well, that will wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again Monday at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day and have a good weekend.